4th, 2015, and I am here in my motel, which I'm keeping for a few more days. Um, I guess I just wanted to make a video on um, deciding like who you want to date when you're dating guys. Like for me, when I transitioned from dating girls to dating guys, when I was dating girls, I had very high standards with like the guys that I chose to date. I mean, the girls I chose to date, and then when I switched over to guys, it was really a lot more difficult because I kind of felt like, oh well, you know, all these guys are pretty good looking, and I just liked men a lot. And I think like I sold myself short from the standpoint that I ended up dating quite a few average looking guys when I am above average as far as my physical fitness and muscle development. And a lot of these guys have great hearts and they're really awesome people. But I guess the conundrum that I'm running into is that most of the attractive guys are on dating sites like Grindr and Scruff and Jacked, and there's like a lot of these hookup sites which I have kind of been against for a while now, strictly from the standpoint that I was worried that they would trivialize sexuality when to me it's a very spiritual thing. And I don't know if I've made very many videos on it, but it feels like when you're um, when you're trivializing something so sacred and so powerful, you're kind of losing out on what it means to have a really beautiful experience. And it can be a physical thing where you enjoy it, but I want to connect on spiritual and mental levels and have all of our interests be the same as well, or a lot of our interests be similar, so that way you know the person and you can actually make love to them. And I ran into a funny situation yesterday because I was like dating this one guy and we broke up. Well, I felt like we should open the relationship because we weren't having enough intimacy and we had already explored with other people, and it just sort of seemed like there was a shift on his end, and I picked up on this shift, and I just was like, okay, well, let's be friends because we're really good friends. So we ended up staying friends and hanging out more, and I realized I still had feelings for him despite me having to talk to him about it and us having to break off the physical intimacy. And then yesterday I was able to do a little bit of BDSM with me as the master and him as the slave, and so he just laid there, and he said that I could do what I wanted, and it was really cool because I've never been in a situation where somebody was awake and being like, oh well, you can please me, and it was more about me getting pleasure, and it was enjoyable, and it opened my eyes to the fact that the love that I feel for people doesn't end when a relationship ends, that I still feel connected to them. And he believes in universal energy, and so I believe there's a potential for us to make love, and I think we have before on my end. And I feel like even though we used to be in a relationship, we had a few drinks last night and had a really nice dinner, and we went to a movie, and then I brought him back to my motel, and I was really grateful that I could spend the night with him because I don't like sleeping alone. And even though I don't know if it will ever become a relationship again, it was beautiful. It was beautiful to be able to share that experience. And from what I can tell, we're still going to remain friends. And it's really good because we both need a friend there. And so I suppose it's more of a friends with benefits situation. So all these things are very new to me. I've never gotten back together with somebody I've been dating and had an intimate moment with somebody who was a previous boyfriend. And so that was, it was powerful. And it's right around Easter, and So I guess I'll end that video right here, and just hopefully that is beneficial to your lives to say, hey, love, like, it never dies, and it's always going to be there, whether or not the people are going to be with you physically or in your life. You can choose to have a heart full of love, even if things don't end particularly well. You can forgive those people mentally and still feel that peace, that you don't have to hold on to anything that was less than optimal. And yeah, so love y'all a lot.